The day started out like any other weekday morning. Little did Americans know that our lives would be forever changed. It was September 11th, 2001, at 8:45 a.m. that tragedy struck. Two hijacked commercial planes were crashed into the Twin Towers, each 15 minutes apart. These suicide killers from Al-Qaeda collapsed both buildings and killed over 3,000 people. "40 minutes later, a third plane rammed into the Pentagon, adding another 184 killed to the total. To everyone's horror, a fourth plane was also hijacked, but the brave passengers on board fought back. They tried to regain control, but the plane crashed in a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. My neighbor is a pilot, and my dad is a frequent flyer. Two different people living 3,000 miles apart, yet their lives about to be forever changed in many the same ways. Neither were flying on 9/11, but they still have their stories to share. According to my neighbor, pilots have new procedures to follow since 9/11 happened. Now pilots have thick steel doors guarding them in the cockpit. Pilots cannot open the door while flying unless there's an emergency. He even said some pilots carry guns with them as an extra precaution. Everyone, pilots and passengers alike, have to go through strict security checks before entering the terminal. While going through the security check, everybody's baggage is screened. Because of all this, passengers need to arrive 2 hours before takeoff. Some of my dad's friends were flying that day, but had to land in Atlanta, Georgia. My dad drove all the way there from South Carolina, picked them up through all the chaos, and drove them home. They borrowed a car and drove the way back to Indiana. These two Americans agree that September 11th, 2001 was one of the most important events in American history. For this was an extremely tragic event, and we will never forget those who died from it.